Hey guys, how you doing? What's up? It's Colton, Lindsay here. I know to some of you guys a surprise, I do not actually get paid an affiliate relationship from RVCA. However, I'm highly considering reaching out to them. No, what I actually am considering to do though is get the WGR hats made. So if you think that's a good idea, right below. Anyways, I'm going to share with you guys, now that we got a bunch of you on quickly, can you guys hear me? Write yes if you guys can hear me. I'm just got my phone turned sideways. Oh, I can actually post. Check this out. I can actually post to you guys on here. That's pretty cool. I'm going to share with you guys, though, some things that I use to literally grow my businesses quickly, okay? And I didn't catch on to this for a while when I first got into business. It took me just a minute to be able to even figure out what the point of business was. But let me share a story with you before we get into that. A lot of you guys know I was one of the original founders of the Real Estate Hustlers Mastermind. And I won't share the story how that came about, but we did it with the intent to really create this group of guys, friends that were 100% committed to their success, to their life, to their relationships, to their health, to leveling up in every aspect, right? So that was why we created it. And I'm not going to share with you the specific person's name, but there's a member of our tribe who had left the mastermind and then came back. And it actually, and I didn't understand what was going on. And I just was like, oh man, I guess it wasn't for him, right? And he came back and today he had a conversation with me, and he told me what the situation was, why he had to drop out. And it was because he woke up one day and his wife had passed away unexpectedly. Like, I was like, what the shit? How did I not know this happened, right? Like, and so anyways, as he's telling me this story, and I started thinking about my own wife. Like, what if I went to bed one night and I woke up the next day and she was gone. She was dead. Like, I know we bicker and we fight and we do whatever sometimes, but all said, I love my wife. Like, her and my kids are what drive me, right? So I couldn't imagine this going through. And at that moment, you know, when we were talking, he says, I need to be in the mastermind. Like, I must be in there. Like, I've got to grind, right? Like, I've got to go make it happen. And it hit me like, okay, this is why your businesses have been so successful, right? And I used to think as well, you know, because I prospected more than everyone else, and that was a little bit of a factor, obviously. I used to think it was that because I worked harder than everyone else. I used to think it was because I found better strategies than everyone else, and it was always me comparing to everyone else. And when it finally clicked that I stopped doing it to be better than anyone else, or to make money, or to become extremely successful. And I always talk about, hey guys, let's see how you can become successful, because that's the language we speak, right? You connect with it. But it was when I finally started, stop caring, is what it really is, stop caring about who I was becoming status-wise with what I was doing, and started focusing on human beings, started focusing on creating massive value for human beings. Okay, so the moment that my business became about them and what I could do for them and what value I could bring for my sellers and my buyers, is the moment all of a sudden my business went through the roof, right? Just through the roof. I mean, literally working hardly at all to where people just flocked to me to come to want to do business with me, right? Then all of a sudden I launched that inside of other businesses, right? First started with helping Bob Leffler get going with Fearless Agent. And he had been doing it in another model for years, and I knew his contact and his product. I knew everything about it rocked. I knew it was awesome. Bringing it on social media was another challenge for him, right? And so that was one way I could really help him, was bringing it live to social media, marketing it online. And what I found was, especially this is what made Bob so successful too, is always about serving people. Always. You go to one of his live events, he's talking about the real purpose is to have a Christian heart and to serve other people, right? That's it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times he has helped people for absolutely nothing, free, zilch, nada. I mean, and I between him and me getting this concept and sharing it, Fearless Agent grew rapidly to an amazing company. social online company is what I mean. I mean, it was always been around. It's been awesome, but online it just blew up, right? Hey Jet, thanks for watching, man. And then, I did the same thing with the Real Estate Hustlers Mastermind. And then I did the same thing with the launch just barely of winning the online game. I've done it for a while with winning the inner game. And that was it. That's what I got. It was, okay, how can I take some gifts that I've been given, some qualities and some characteristics that are extremely powerful. How can I get these into other people's hands? How can I get this value to other people's hands? And then I realized I was having a conversation with Dylan Burnett from our text message conversation about, he's in our mastermind, and he was asking me who his target market should be as he's growing his online game. He's growing his online businesses, which anyone that I'm close to, I'm always talking about, get your online business going, because it's digital currency. Like it's not the future, it's the now, right? And the people that aren't creating it now, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're gonna go broke. Like, just listen to me when I say that to you, okay? Get your online game going big time, or you're gonna go broke, okay? You're gonna go broke in any business you have if you're not crushing it online. So I was talking to him, and he was like, well, what's my perfect target market? And he says, I want to be like younger guys that they have the attitude like, I really don't know what to do with life. And I said, well, that's great. I know you want to help them people, but eventually you got to remember, like, these people you're helping have to be able to pay money, right, for services, because you can't live off of nothing and hugs and kisses, right? And so we were talking about these demographics of who you're going to serve, and I said, well, don't focus about their age per se. With social media, focus about the message that you stand for, and you share it. And if you share it to enough people, it's going to resonate with someone. And when it resonates with that someone, they're going to come to you. They're going to attract you. They're going to ask you questions. And they're going to say, hey, Dylan, here's where I'm stuck. Where can I get help, right? And that's what I've learned, is I've just been giving and sharing the gifts I have, and people that need those gifts, right? This is how the miracle of existence happens, right? You've been given certain gifts, other people have been certain gifts. We exchange these gifts. That's value exchange, value creation, right? And we monetize it through digital currency, formerly known as dollar, as paper dollar. It's no longer paper. I mean, there still exists paper dollar, but it's not the currency of choice anymore. It's digital. It's followers, it's subscribers, it's digits in your bank. It's, you know what I mean? It's all about digits. That's the currency. Got it? And so when you start to share, all of a sudden people will start giving you digital currency. Sometimes it's just the form of followers, likes, comments, shares. And then it starts to turn into actually digits into a PayPal account or a Stripe account or your bank account, right? Or if you don't have an online business like that, it starts to turn in the form of leads for your sales business, your real estate business, your mortgage business, your insurance business, your business, right? So you create value, leads come back to you, right? They're going to resonate with you and what message you stand for and what service you deliver, and they're going to connect and say, hey, I want to be around what that guy's got, or they're going to repel from you, right? People can sense your energy if you're genuine or if you're not. I mean, you can make a lot of money not being genuine, like being fake, but that's going to collapse. That's building a broken house of cards. But when you're genuine, when you truly want to just serve other people, just for the fear fact of serving people, your life is just taken care of. You're in God's hands, right? You're just openly flying into God's hands at that point. I was talking with AJ Maida, if you guys know him. He's actually a Real Estate Hustler mastermind partner as well. By the way, if anyone is a real estate agent following this, if there's a link up here if you can apply if you want to join our mastermind or at least see what it's all about. It's high level performers performing in a whole other world that most people aren't. But we were talking, and I said, dude, I could continue to turn houses, like, and I know it's a big deal for a lot of people, moving, buying your first house. I mean, it's a huge deal for a lot of people. And what I started with my sales team is awesome. And we're going to continue to run the WGR real estate sales team, the world's greatest real estate sales team. It's always going to exist. That's why I invested in talented people inside of that organization, particularly Jeremy Nutt and Garrett Allred and Sarah. I know we got B Moss on there, right? Like, these guys are what really run the sales team. Like, I'm just kind of a part of this awesome group of people, right? And so I know the service is always going to be there for that business, and it's going to grow and it's going to expand. I said, but my time here on earth it can be spent in better ways than just selling houses and helping people buy houses. Is we're in a we're in a crisis, and I don't like to use that word crisis, but we're in an education crisis, and it's just, you don't know what you don't know, and the messages that you're being fed, people are being fed on this earth, oftentimes are leading them to unhappy, miserable lives, right? From the time they're born, they're taught how to fail, they're taught how to conform, they're taught how to avoid their finances, to they're taught like equations, right? They're not taught heart values. And so with this crisis of the lack of education, I mean, it's really my duty it's all of our duty to put a focus on creating value for other people with the gifts we've been given. So for me particularly, I have huge value in which I can give away in real estate sales. That's why I'm affiliated with Fearless Agent, right? I have huge value which I can share in helping people buy and sell real estate. That's why I have ownership in the WJR sales team, so I can train and coach and lead those leaders inside of that organization, right? I have value with winning the online game, because obviously if you're watching this, or if you've seen any of me, or you follow me, you know who I am, then I've clearly demonstrated that the online game is something I've mastered, right? And I can get closer mentorship when I actually can spend 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and I mean even 4 days. I'm spending 4 days with some guys, sharing with them the gifts that I've been given while they share with me the gifts that they've been given, right? And so I can't sit back and on the sidelines and only play halfway in. So I'm all in on this, right? Like, I'm taking a huge chance, and so for me going forward, I'm not going to be handling any one-on-one clients with inside of our real estate sales business anymore. I still want people to work with our organization, and if I have to step in and help in any way, I always will. You guys know that for a fact. But right now, Jeremy and Garrett are going to handle the reins of that business so that I can more fully focus here online, where I can connect with more people on a larger scale, serving them. And so if there's any way that I can help you, there's several different places you can go. If you're a real estate agent, go to fearlessagent.com. If you are a human being, go to winningtheonlinegame.com and learn how to master online game. Like, it is a must learn you got to do. Go apply for the mastermind if you really want to get close and get into my Rolodex and get with the producers that I'm talking with and learning with and growing with. Get into that group and apply. If you just want to check out who I am or what I stand for, go to coltonlindsay.com. You can see all about me. So I have several businesses and organizations that I own and lead other leaders, right? Here's a lesson too. Leaders create leaders, right? Leaders focus on training other leaders. That's part of the education crisis, right? People don't know that they can be leaders, number one. Like, most people fault this self-esteem. They have this doubt, this fear inside that they are leaders. So you are a leader. Understand, listen, you have some very special talents and abilities, and you have a purpose here on earth, right? The purpose of life is simple. It's joy and happiness and love. Like, that's it. Stop searching anywhere else. Understand you've got a blank canvas that you get to paint whatever it is you want. And what it is that you want is that joy and happiness that stems directly from serving other people, giving joy and happiness to other people. Law of attraction has been talked about for several years now, mainstream media, since the breakout of the movie The Secret, which, by the way, is just a tip of the iceberg of what really the law of attraction is. But if you look at the simplicity of the law of attraction, is like attracts like. It gravitates to one another, right? So if the purpose is joy, happiness, and love, that's what attracts joy, happiness, and love. So you've got to find this light. You've got to be this light, and you've got to share this light with others. Okay, Ken, yeah, you are a leader, man. I appreciate you standing up, and I would invite you to go share this message with someone else. Who can you go serve? That's what leaders do, and so I appreciate you watching. I know I'm creating value for you guys. So thanks for watching. Make sure to click any of the links. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate that positive feedback, and I'm grateful that you applied for the mastermind as well. I'm excited to run through that interview process with you and see how we can help you out. So thanks, guys, for listening. If you know someone that this message might help, or even if you think it is a good message, I'll ask you guys, do me a favor. Click the share button. Share this button and just do it with hashtag serve others, right? That's simple. That's a good, simple hashtag that we can do, serve others. Appreciate you guys watching. Adios. We'll see ya. Ways to build this residual income, right? The online marketing method is to simply just have a membership site that sells a product back to them that teaches them how to make a membership site. Is that cool or what, right?